You're watching Victory Outdoors, proudly presented by Mossy Oak.
Well, we just got back from Nebraska on a hunting trip with a couple of the guys, and we're back in Iowa, and it's my first opportunity to hunt in front of the camera this year. And I got my buddy, Ty Green, who has invited me down to hunt with him. And so he's gonna run a little video camera for me. I'm hoping to get an opportunity at a nice Iowa buck, but little did I know that I would see multiple bucks on this hunt. So at first light, I had a doe and two fawns make their way directly under our stand. And I was thinking, man, if the bucks are gonna move this way, we are set up in the right place. The does walk right underneath our stand, and we're watching them, and they're making their way out to a food plot, and actually right past another one of our stands. And we're watching them, and I turn around, and there's a nice buck standing down in the ditch from the same direction that those does had just come from.
Same trail, same trail. Gonna shoot him? I don't know. I gotta look at him again. No, I'm not. He's in that ditch.
So I'm feeling confident that hopefully this buck will make his way to us. But I'm not sure if this is the buck I want to shoot yet. And after all, this is Ty's land, and so I asked Ty, what he thinks, and he tells me, man, it's up to you. It looks like a good buck. And that was about all I needed. I picked up my bow. If this buck was going to give me the opportunity, I was definitely going to take a shot.
I mean, it's up to you if you want to shoot him, it don't matter.
As the buck's making his way towards our stand, he ends up not coming directly down the same path as the does. He ends up turning up to go to the field that the does entered into.
Right.
I was having a hard time getting him to stop. he just kept walking and kept walking. He was on a steady walk, and finally, Ty let out a voice grunt or a bleat, and he finally picked his head up. I was at full draw. It seemed like forever.
But meh. First morning that I'm actually in front of the camera. Been doing a lot of hunting, filming some of the guys. My shot was just a hair back from where I really wanted it to be. But as you can see, we're having a little trouble getting him to stop. He saw some does up in the field that actually come right by our stand before. Just minutes before. We were actually watching them and we heard him behind us.
After Ty and I finished celebrating a little bit, we decided to give the buck just a little bit more time. As we were sitting there, it didn't take long, but there was a lot of deer moving, and we saw a really nice buck making his way, kind of bumping some does. And then he turns and he walks right to the base of our tree. Looks right up at us, doesn't really get spooked or anything. He just simply looks, puts his head down and walks on by. Great buck. Had I been able to hand my bow to Ty, I think Ty and I have about the same draw length, and he shot my bow before. I think he would have definitely tried at this buck, but this is one of those situations where I was sitting there going, this buck was a lot bigger than the buck that I just killed, and he will be a giant in years to come.
Well, I was finally able to get out of the stand. I mean, big bucks everywhere. We reviewed the footage. I hit him a little further back than I wanted to, so it's a morning hunt. We got all day. We're gonna give him a little bit of time. The temperature's in the 30s, so shouldn't have any meat spoilage, and we'll get after him. Smells like deer.
That's good.
There he is right there. There he is.
Well, retrieved the buck. Nice 8-pointer. He broke off his brow tine right at the base here, but you can definitely see where it was at. But nice, big, mature Iowa whitetail, and it's early yet, so it's only October 30th. So hopefully I can get back behind the camera and see if we can't get it done with a couple more of the guys. Big thank you to Ty Green behind the camera. Not only did he put me on this deer on the property we're on, but he also ran the camera for me.